Yeah. So, troyave takes a stand against Taxstone. Troyave takes a stand. Where the big gangsters at? I need to know what the people feel about this. Is troyave a rat now? Or did he simply just save his own ass in investment? I need to know. Is troyave a rat now? Is he a rat now? Are the streets officially dead? What are y'all thoughts on the situation? Let's watch a few articles about it.
Troyave took a stand against Taxstone and served his justice as he should have. Okay, because this is why I believe I'm not so on the fence about this, because Taxstone was the first person to point the finger at troyave. He can't say anything, okay?
Yo, he did. So this is a case where they ratted on each other? Because Taxstone did send a letter to the judge talking about troyave is a bad man. Why does he get to walk the streets freely and I gotta be in jail? Let's not forget that the nigga did that, bro. Taxstone did do that. Big gangster Taxstone. He did that shit.
He was way worse, okay? He got his lawyer going there lying for him, saying, yo, he did it. Also remember, Banga leaves behind a family. And he was just trying to break up the thing. But Taxstone was aggressive as soon as he saw troyave. He's hated troyave for a long time.
These are facts. And he came for troyave first. Troyave was not looking for Taxstone.
Just bullying him on the internet. And, you know, he just said, you know, he's not speaking the truth. And maybe he was right. But did it warrant him taking a gun out and shooting him? No. That's crazy, okay? Taxstone was out of control. Now, did he have a great podcast? Absolutely, okay? Did he say some real stuff from time to time? Yeah. But come on, man. He was too old for this. He was like 40 years old with all this anger. When, you know, you usually mature past this, you know, and learn to pick your battles, you know? That's my point about the age thing, you know? As you get older, you mature to pick your battles, you know? You realize that, you know, losing your life isn't worth it. Going to jail isn't worth it, you know? Younger guys, when you're younger, your mind just isn't, you haven't gone through
enough. And you know, Taxstone did time. Taxstone did time. Like, let's all call a spade, right? And a criminal, and a felon, right? Taxstone did time. Taxstone had no business being at that concert venue having a gun, all right? It's one thing to let you sneak in any weapon at all. But you could have had a blade. You could have had a razor on you, a knife, a taser. You went in there with a gun. And that's the thing about having guns. You keep carrying them around. You're going to fuck around and use them shits. So instead of getting jumped, he decided that he was going to endanger thousands of people and end up killing one person. If you want to be honest about it, Taxstone is a dickhead. He's stupid. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. Pioneer of street podcasts. In a position to make millions, and he threw it away because of this facade that everyone has where everybody wants to be a fucking gangster. Everybody wants to be a gangster until you get locked up for being a gangster and you send a letter to the judge talking about he's a bad man. Why I gotta stay in jail when he can't be in jail too? Come on now. Troyave did what he's supposed to do, man. At the end of the day, we enemies. You got real hostile when you see me. You came for me at first. You know what I'm saying? If Taxstone had a cooler head, worst case scenario, maybe he would have got jumped. by Troyave and maybe one or two of his people, but he would have lived to continue to get money. He'd have been worth 5-10 million right now. He'd have been worth 5-10 million right now with a nice little Spotify deal. But this facade of having to be a gangster, you know what I'm saying? He ruined his life. He ruined his life like a stupid fuck. Like a stupid fuck.
You know, so there's not really an excuse when you're younger.
And I say Troy Ave ain't
more
do nothing wrong.
Being older, let's just say that much.
Troy Ave ain't do nothing wrong, man. He buried his enemy. Period. All y'all niggas, hold on.
So of course, you know, Troy Ave walks.
All y'all niggas like Power, right? Right? Everybody favorite gangster is Ghost, right? Ghost is way more slimy than Troy Ave. Ghost is lining niggas up to get locked up. He calling police on his baby mama and all this wild shit. The streets is that, man. Get a job, start a business, take care of your kids and your family to the best of your abilities, man. Shit is washed up, B. Shit is washed up.
Court. Well, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Casanova. You know, don't forget Casanova is also on wiretaps with all this junk. But
I mean, the Hellcat said, this is not snitching. Tax tried to blame the murder of his friend on Troy. This is self-defense. It ain't none of my damn business, but the truth is the truth.
Basically,
that's a fact.
Here's what everything reads.
That's a fact.
It's right here.
That's a fact, man.
So,
the 9 of you who are in the chat right now, what y'all think, man? Is Troy ass snitching? What do y'all think? I don't think he's snitching, man.
This is what Troy Ave said.
This self-defense.
Collins described the grappling with Taxstone.
And New York ain't no self-defense, but this shit is self-defense, bro.
Campbell over the gun. It looks like if you see people wrestle in high school wrestling, that type of position. Okay, whatever that, you know, whatever. Then he says, when the shot goes off, I see the light from the spark, and I hear a shot. This is all happening fast. I get up and start fighting Taxstone, trying to take him and grab the gun. And another shot goes off. I put my leg up to kind of block the shot from hitting me in the face or the chest.
Bruh, that man tried to kill Taxstone and killed his bodyguard. Come on now. Taxstone is a fucking idiot. He's a buffoon. And he fumbled the bag. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? He's supposed to get it back in blood. And the question is, how is he going to get it back in blood when Taxstone is already going to spend the rest of his life in jail? How is he supposed to get it back in blood when they already had cameras showing this whole altercation anyway? We got to stop with this extra super, extra gangster, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe in the same position, 90% of niggas gonna do the same thing Troy Ave did. And the only reason why niggas can say they wouldn't is because they not in that type of predicament. So technically, what is he ratting on? He said, listen, I got shot and I was fumbling for the gun. I got clapped. Like, this is the niggerish of niggerish situations.
That's when Campbell shot him in both legs. He told jurors. Rapper Troy Ave on Monday gave Manhattan jurors a gripping account of life and death struggle with rival Taxstone for the gun used to kill his bodyguard during a 2016 scuffle in Irvington Plaza. Yeah, this happened on May 25th, 2016, and it's taken this long to go to court. I'd rather die fighting than laying on the ground. I got up immediately. Grabbed the gun. Okay, then he said Campbell reached for his waistband, pulled a gun, prompting the fight, ended with McFadder dead. In the aftermath, Collins said concert goers started to flee when someone yelled cops were coming. And a lot of people were there. You can see in the video. I'm sure like Uncle Murder was brought in, a bunch of other people. A lot of people were backstage. I'm sure T.I. was brought in at one point.
Who approached
A lot of people were there for a T.I. show.
Bruh.
A lot of people were there.
From what dude was saying, they kind of ran into each other and Taxstone started getting extra aggressive immediately. You know what I'm saying? And Taxstone being somebody who probably was jumping full, probably jumped a bunch of niggas and been to prison, he could have thought immediately they was going to spank him, which was going to happen. But still, he had the gun. He shot up a concert venue. Who's supposed to go down with him?
My friends from back when I lived
This is
in
why
the Bronx
you just gotta avoid situations.
Was actually one of the people shot. Mess.
This is why the rule is, if you feel like you need to have a gun there,
and he did a full
it's a
recovery,
place where you should not be.
That was.
You should not be anywhere where you feel like you need to have a gun, unless your ass is out hunting deer or something. This is what happens. Nigga shit.
It's crazy to hear that he got shot. He just happened to be in the building.
Nigga shit.
Anyways. Well, let's see what happens. Omi in a Hellcat says this is not snitching. Tax tried to.
What if Taxstone knew Troyave was going to be there, so he purposely went there with the gun?
This is self-defense. It ain't none of my damn business.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with staying home.
I have to agree.
That's what men do. They handle business. They go to fuck home.
Was out of control.
That's what niggas do, bro.
And when I think about Banga and his family not having him anymore and everything over something so stupid.
Like, a grown man, you know what I'm saying? Black man with a family. You feel me? Gone. He just doing his job. He's doing his job, bro. Oh, CP3, he a rat? So in the same exact situation, brother CP3, you saying you not gonna go to court and testify and you worth $5 million, right? And you got at least 100 people who you feed, right? You managed to escape a life of crime. You telling me that in the same exact situation, Taxstone shot you, killed your mans, you're responsible for taking care of his family as well. You saying that in the same exact situation, you not going to do what troyave did? I don't believe you. I don't believe you, bro. I'm not telling if I'm in the streets. Okay, so are you in the streets, though? Because Troyave wasn't in the streets. Troyave had basically become a civilian. He wasn't in the streets. Troy was loc at the time. I never knew that. He never claimed that. I just did 15. So you willing to go in for another 15? How much of that is ratting, or is it more of him just giving an account of the situation, bro? Word, man. Like, listen, welcome home, my brother. Hopefully you don't do nothing to get yourself put back in the street, just like the rest of us. Hopefully the rest of us don't do that either, man. But quite frankly, I'm from BK, son was crippin'. Okay, so you got more intel on the situation. You never really a civilian if you was in there, family. What you mean you never really a civilian if you was in there? What does that mean? And where? I've been out almost 3 years, but good luck. Hey, man. Like I said, welcome home, my brother. Listen, I respect any nigga who feel like he a rat. I just feel like in certain situations where a nigga like Taxstone could do something that reckless and retarded, right? Right? That some situations should get a pass, bro. Especially, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Troy Ave might have been mixing it up in the street a little bit. See? When I say that, then it really makes Troy Ave start sounding like a rat because he sound like less of a civilian. It's a slippery slope, gentlemen. It's a slippery slope, man. I'm just tired of all the extra gangster shit going on in the hood, man. Everybody acting like a gangster. All these younger niggas shooting shit up. Our kids can't read. Kids dumb as fuck. Daughters is whores. They don't know what real love is. They seeking love and fulfillment through their bodies. It's way more important shit to worry about in our communities than who's ratting for real. You know what I'm saying? If you was in the streets and changed up life, you still gotta deal with karma. Yo, I halfway agree with that. I halfway agree with that because I ain't in the streets no more like I used to. But you know, I still been involved in a couple situations. You know what I'm saying? I still did some bad things to a couple people. And when I'm in the city, I still move around like on like train to go time just in case. You know what I'm saying? I still might keep, you know what I'm saying, a knife on me or whatever, just in case I'm in the area and run into the wrong person. So I get it. I get it. You know, I get it. I get it. You know, it's just none of this would happen if everybody in the hood wasn't trying to be a gangster all the time, man. That shit whack. How many rich gangsters are there for real? For real though. How many rich gangsters are there? How many, how many street niggas kids end up being taken care of and being successful like Big Meech's son? Not a lot. Not a lot. So what is all this shit for, man? We gangsters just to go to jail and say, hey, I held it down. I was a cancer to my community. I held it down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, besides the cartel. Besides the cartel, you know what I'm saying? Let's find some more Troy Ave Taxstone information. What's going on over here? We're gonna find some more right now. Right now. Right now. Who this?
All my gamers and NFT enthusiasts.
I want to hear that.
Former podcaster Tax. Link is the top line of the description box. Play.finesse.fun. Go get it. Alright, man. So today, Troy Ave actually took the stand in the trial for former podcaster Taxstone. And no matter how you feel about whether he's a rat, whether he's a snitch, hear out the whole situation. Let's hear the whole situation now. I'm gonna give you a little bit, what he said. I'm gonna take you back, give you the whole scene, so you guys can sit back and relax, and then we'll talk about the whole rat, the snitching thing. Now, the fatal shooting went down at T.I.'s concert back in about, I think, 2016. Right now, rapper Troy Ave today gave Manhattan jurors a gripping account of his life and death struggle with Robert
Nigga said a
Taxstone
gripping
for a gun
account
used to kill his bodyguard Ronald Banger. Right now, the scuffle went down in Irving Plaza on, like I said, 2016.
Taxstone a rat too.
He went on to say, "It's flight or fight. I'm always going to fight because at some point you could die." That's
I think Troy Ave and Taxstone set us back a million years.
Collins,
both were successful and now both are failures.
Grappling with Taxstone, a hip hop podcaster whose real name is Darryl Kim.
Yeah, I don't consider.
It looks like
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't consider Troy Ave to be a failure. Taxstone is a complete and utter failure. Troy Ave's rap career is affected by this situation. It is affected by the situation. But here's the thing. He's still home. He's still home and he probably making at least $1 million a year independently off merch and selling music. So he doing better than 99% of niggas in the street. You know, he be doing way better if he ain't have this situation over his head, you feel me? But he doing pretty good. He doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He doing pretty good.
that type of position. When the shot goes off, I see the light from the spark, and I hear the shot. This is all happening fast. I get up and start fighting Taxstone, trying to take him, grab the gun, and another shot goes off. I put my leg up and kind of block the shot from hitting me in the face and chest. That's when Campbell, who again is Taxstone, shot him in both legs. And this is what troyave told jurors today. He went on to say, I got up. I'd rather die fighting. People die from leg shots. I'd rather die fighting than laying on the ground. I got up immediately. This is troyave talking.
Yeah, because he was
Collins. Once again, who's troyave?
He was like, I ain't finna die here.
And got his fleeing rival in his sights, only to have the weapon misfire, he testified. Only then did he notice that his bodyguard, Ronald...
I'm telling you, Taxstone is the biggest loser in all the situation. No. The biggest loser that's alive. Unfortunately, the bodyguard's family are the biggest losers because they lost a provider and protector for their family because of Taxstone. Taxstone is a stupid motherfucker, man. Nigga's an idiot, bro. He know he an idiot. You know? I still wish the best for niggas like Taxstone because he seems to be in a reformed mind state. Why did my light go off just now? The fuck? He seems to be in a reformative mind state, But that's what happens in prison. Your mind reforms. He know he did bad. He did stupid bad. All three of these people could have been out and thriving. All three of them. All three of them. Now one is dead and one got to deal with the kind of career he got.
Fatter was laying on the ground face down. He went on, and I quote, to say, I rolled his body over, and I'm like, Banga, get up, come on. I'm smacking him like, come on, bro, get up. And his eyes were rolling in the back of his head.
I'm telling you.
His shirt was red, so I could tell he got shot. Now,
fumbled the bag, bro.
Bystanders were also wounded during the shooting at the crowded VIP room at T.I.'s
That nigga fumbled
concert.
the bag, dog.
troyave was initially hit with attempted murder and gun possession charges for his role in the incident.
He fumbled the bag,
Campbell,
B.
who is Taxstone, 37, he's now on trial for murder, attempted murder, assault, and weapons possession charges. Now, Collins' lawyer, once again, Collins is troyave, right, told the Post that prosecutors promised him a 1-year sentence instead of 15 years what he could have faced in exchange for his testimony.
Okay, so that's why he's doing this, so he could get that year. Look at his face, though. Look at his face. He like, nigga. His face is like, yo, Taxstone. Eat a frame. He like, yeah, I'm here. He like, yeah, man, I know about this nigga from Brooklyn. I give one up for y'all. Y'all only gonna give me a year, right? And he might have time served. Nigga might have like 2 months time served already or something like that too. You know what I'm saying? So he got a little skid bed. Be home by the end of the year. Top of next year type shit. Little skid bed. Sorry, nigga. Trying to come home.
You be a witness for the prosecution. We'll give you a year instead of 15 years. Now, first of all, rest in peace to Banga.
They was gonna give him 15, bro.
Very unfortunate situation. Now, this is a little bit of the backstory. Now, they were kind of going back and forth, and about this time, I'm actually just getting my feet wet in the whole hip-hop podcasting arena. So this is one of the first stories that I covered, so I had to kind of go back and look over some of the specific details about the situation. But nevertheless, I mean, it was words. They finally met up with each other at the concert, and, shots rang out. troyave's bodyguard was killed. He snatches the gun, and does what he does, and, it's all on camera. It's all on camera, man. So As you can see, Taxstone is there, and Taxstone needs to be careful. I think he was putting stuff up online earlier. You don't want to get like a witness tampering charge or intimidating a witness or anything like that. But
Yeah, gotta watch
according to
for
code,
those.
and I know it's a tough situation because this is Troy as bodyguard, and here's what I think of it, right? And I got to be 100% honest. It's unfortunate. Condolences to the family.
Yeah.
I'm sure the family is super, proud that Troy Ave is testifying because they want to get justice. I'm sure. But according to the street code, according to guys that I know, people that I know, people that I've talked to, people that I've been around, he would be considered a snitch.
Technically, yeah.
Be considered a snitch.
Hey, Nate, right now in this climate, you consider yourself a snitch.
Right?
Hold on.
He's supposed to just take this.
Let me read this. Hey, Nate, right now in this climate, you consider yourself a civilian, right? You telling fam, just in general, if police ask you anything. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've been far enough removed from the streets to fully consider myself to be a civilian. I like to say that I'm a felon in transition. As I get older, I get more and more sick of what's going on in the streets, especially knowing that I used to contribute to it. I got sons now, one lives in Manhattan, one lives in the Bronx, in Cortland, in the middle of, Bronx drilling. Every time I see a picture of him or a video of him, the little nigga getting sturdy, and I worry about the effect that the streets are gonna have on him, considering the fact that the punk ass courts won't allow me to have custody of either of my kids. And I wrestle on the inside with how I feel about situations. Right now, involved in the same situation as Troy Ave, I don't think that I would testify. But I want to argue for the fact that in situations with other people, you should testify. Like, I believe that Troy Ave was supposed to testify, being that he's not involved in the streets. He's rich. He takes care of a lot of people, including the family of Banga, who was murdered by Taxstone. But if the same scenario happened to me with Troy Ave, and I was Troy Ave, as much as I feel like Troy Ave ain't do nothing wrong, I don't believe I will testify. Now, if I'm 40 years old and this same situation happened, I'm testifying. But at 32, no. Not at 32. Not at 32. I'm still shaking off a lot of the traumas and PTSD that I used to deal with in the hood. Like, when I go to New York or when I be outside in general, I still have very, very negative thoughts. I'm still foolish enough to say that I'll die about my respect at any moment at this current point in time. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, At 32, I wouldn't. But at 40, I would. At 40, I will have never went to prison again since I was 20, 21 years old. That means I've been home for 2 decades. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be, you know what I'm saying? Then you can ask me a question again. I'll probably give it up. At 40, I ain't going to give a fuck. Be real. At 40, I ain't going to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time as this, right? Like with my kids, I got to accept the fact that it's a possibility they may end up in the street. So it's just like this. Like, if my kids ended up in the street, I would tell them, hey, listen, Dad been in prison. You knew that your whole life. You got family members that been in prison. You know how this shit gonna go. Jail or death. So if you live, you better not snitch. That's how I raised my kids. And if my kids told and they was active in the streets, I would disown them. And when I say disown them, I'm talking about not visiting them. Don't call me. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me. You disrespecting the Peterson name. We got a bunch of people in our family that went to prison, never told. You gonna have my last name and you gonna tell? I went to jail. I ain't telling nobody. So my sons, I'm trying to provide a way for them to never have to even be in the streets because they gonna have to follow them same principles. You active in the streets. I want my kids to be like civilians though. Any age, what you mean by any age? I really want my kids to be civilians so if something happened to them, I could tell them, hey, listen, tell the police what they need to know. And they won't be scrutinized by it because they were never involved in the street. That's what I would want for my kids. Because if they get involved in the streets and they snitch, fuck them. Fuck them. Their mother should have swallowed them.
And not say anything and not cooperate with the prosecution. No matter who it was, because he's a street guy. Street things happen. You know, you did your heroics, grabbed the gun and all that, boom, boom, boom.
They
but
said you did your heroics.
got a year. They promised him a year instead of 15 years. And that's something he would have to deal with.
He got a year, though. He got a bullet. He got a bullet. You said you disown him. Any age? Yo, bro, any age, if they involved in the streets, because I'm going to give them the warning. I'm going to sit them down. I'm going to have them watch the Scarface DVD for Rikers Island. I'm going to tell them, I'm going to show them a bunch of pictures of prison inmates, stab wounds, cut wounds. I'm going to let them know exactly what happens to 9.9 out of 10 niggas that get involved in the streets. And if they still choose to get in the streets, after I gave them all the game they supposed to have, and they tell, my sons could suck my dick. I will disown them for snitching. That's a fact. I will disown them niggas. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I got two sons, they the same age, 8 months apart, two different mothers. Two different mothers, bro. If one get involved in the streets and tell, and the other one never got involved in the streets, nigga, I only got one son. Real talk. I only got one son. And the only way I'll accept my son who ratted is if he fuck around and come home and be like a youth activist or something like that, man. A youth activist and really save kids' lives. Then I'll accept them again. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. I'm really not. I'm really not tripping. Do your dirt by yourself. So if you get grabbed up, you can't tell on nobody and don't got to worry about. That's a fact, Bob Jones. That's a fact, Bob Jones. Yeah, man. Yo, listen. I'm telling you, I'm going to cut them niggas off. I'm going to cut them niggas off, bro. Telling you, bro. You tripping, bro. I'm not tripping, bro. Let me tell you how serious I am. If my sons turned out to be gay and became gay in the future, which would be a surprise to me because they both like bitches now, right? I know they both like girls, right? But if my sons end up becoming gay, I would accept that and love them wholeheartedly. I don't want to see none of that wild shit. But, you know what I mean? You could bring your boyfriend, you know what I'm saying, to the family get together as long as he dressed like a man. You know what I mean? He ain't acting too flamboyant. But you're not going to be a rat coming to the family get together and I got to worry about your ops coming to shoot up the place. No. My sons, I'm going to tell them niggas like, yo, listen. If you want to be involved in the streets, this is what you're looking at. If you like doing these type of crimes, this is the type of time you're looking at. If you ain't ready to stand on that business, Get out the streets now. Get out the streets now. I'm going to tell them to their face, if you go to jail and you rat, don't call me, don't ask me for nothing. Suck my dick. That's exactly what I'm going to tell them. I promise you I'm going to tell them that. Yeah, that's still my child. That's cool. That's cool. He going to do his whole bid without me, though. I'll occasionally send money. He going to do his whole bid without me. I'll occasionally send a letter like, hey, listen, I want you to know I still love you, but you disappointed me. Make sure you become somebody in there that can influence a generation of kids do better than you. You better become a fucking author or something, a youth activist or something when you come home. Real talk. Real talk, man. Real talk, man. I don't give a fuck. You not tripping, bro, because they have exactly. You have an option. I told you what was gonna happen. And because this is the thing, you gonna tell them what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell them what's gonna happen, and they would be like, "Yeah, Dad, I got this. I'm solid. I'm gonna stand on that business, Dad." You get locked up for killing somebody. Take your 40 years. Take your 40 years like a man. I ain't never killed nobody, so he man enough to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so stand on that business, little nigga. Oh, you want to get involved in the gang? I've been told you since you was a kid, gangs is trash. Gangs is for the birds. Ain't too many real men in gangs. It ain't a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Only 1 out of every 10 gang members will do shit alone and stand on principles. We all know this. So if they don't listen to me and they do crimes and they go to jail, fuck them. I mean, if they rat, fuck them. Real talk. It's all right. Your mother will look out for you. Your mother look out for you, nigga. We can't be on this, I'll accept my kids no matter what they do. Nah. We can't let our kids think that. We can't let these niggas think that, bro. Otherwise, they'll just be little dickheads and think they can get away with anything. Goku Black Lives Matter. What's good, my brother? What's your take on this troyave situation? He snitching? He a Radagascar? He a Ratatouille?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. You know, it's just one of those situations that you wish you wish didn't happen, because now everybody has to pay. This is 6 years ago, right? Everybody has to pay for this situation now. You know, they have to pay for it. So, yeah, that is what it is. I'm gonna fall back though. Let me know what everybody thinks about this. As you would imagine, Troy Ave is getting a lot of backlash in the industry. People putting out rat emojis, calling him a rat, calling him a snitch, and that's just something he's gonna have to wear. That's something he's gonna have to wear. That's something he's gonna live with for the rest of his life. And I'm sure he's wearing, like, I see him on the gram with his kids and stuff. I'm pretty sure he's wearing, okay, I got children, you know, I got sons. I'm not going to jail for this. Like, it was a situation where I reacted, boom, boom. I'm going to tell what happened. Even though it's on camera, he told what happened. So, the ridicule, the people clowning him is something that you kind of sign up for when you a self-professed street dude. Now, afterwards, you talk about the streets as a myth and things like that. That's his prerogative. And if we ever had the opportunity to interview him, I would definitely, ask him tough questions about the street code, and tough questions about telling, and all that.
Yup.
You know. So that's just how I feel about it, though, man. It's the day and age we in.
Yup.
According to how I was raised, according to guys that I know.
Yup.
You already know what it is. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section.
Yup.
Give him a pat.
What else we got going on with troyave? Troyave dropped a record. Nah, we gotta watch this. Troyave dropped a diss record. Hold on. He dropped a record.
Pamela Red Hook. Yo, boy Charlie. Don't fuck with him.
You snitch everyone, you cut off. Exactly, bro. I didn't snitch, so why would I accept them snitching? Troyave, Taxstone diss, dropped an hour ago.
PSV Records, you heard? Word. Hey, yo. Watching YouTube, I'm in a good mood. Me and Pammy from Red Hook. She don't need no lube. Pussy wet and fire. That's a combo that I desire. But naked attire. Baby sucking on pacifier. Ironically, my mind is at ease. Get off your knees. It pleases her to please. I'm the sportiest of thieves. I don't want my pictures neither. Shit, they all for sale. COD, cause none of my stash houses ever got a bail. But the name ringing. Call my jeweler. Now the hands bringing. To show it's the only time you see my hand out. You niggas handling pain. With my 10 toes down, I kick a can out. Ting ting aluminum. Heavy metal couldn't do with him. Opposition, I ruin them. It's two sides, you gotta be safe in choosing them. Ain't had a safety on since then. Be smart though. When niggas dummy, Troy I be scared of nothing. He backed the gun somehow, I sent him running. I got a lawsuit coming. You took a life, but look at your life. This generation's bumming. I wouldn't wanna live like that. Like the Live Nation and my 32 million, no tax. Behind every bar spit is real. This that junkie free rap. I don't sip lean no pills. I sit in my house and relax. Luxury to the max. You can stand on a 40-foot ladder and I hit your head. You can jump from my mezzanine to my living room and be dead. See what I did and I said? Living room and be dead. That's a quote. Grandma 1000 is coke. In the raw gospel, no popes. We all disciples, let's toast. It's black church for the folks.
How was that a diss? He just named that shit a diss. That shit ain't really no diss. That shit ain't really no diss. That shit ain't really no diss. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching this live. I'm about to come back live again in a couple minutes. Introduce y'all to some other type of things that I like to watch, man. Something to do with these bitches. I don't want to talk about niggas all day. Fuck these niggas. They got penises. I want nothing to do with them.